this exercise, we're going to create a motion tween and use at least 2 techniques to make our animation more believable. Let's review some of the techniques we explored in the lesson. For this animation, I would like to show an object in motion. I thought of having a tire roll down a road on a hill. Let's say somebody uphill was changing their tire and they lost control of the tire, and I was seeing it roll down the hill past me. For my scene, I created a street. But you can make yours as simple as this, or as elaborate as this. I will choose the street I created. I also have my tire ready to go. First things first. Before I do anything, I will convert my tire into a graphic symbol and then name the symbol tire. And then rename layer_1 to tire. Now my project is all set up for motion animation. Next, I'm going to extend my keyframes out to frame 60, which at 30 frames per second equals 2 seconds. Then I'll position the tire on the first frame and on the road. I want it to travel off of the left of the stage. I'll place my blue playhead on the 60th frame, right-click on a PC or control-click on a Mac, and select Create Motion Tween. See how the tire layer turned green? I'll move the tire off to the right of the stage. There are 2 hints, one in the timeline and one on the stage, that tell me I've successfully created the motion tween. One, on the tire layer and in the 60th frame of the tween span in the timeline, there's a small black diamond instead of the black circle keyframe. Second, there's a colored dotted line on the stage, both indicating a change of position. Each dot represents a frame in the motion tween. I'll scrub the blue playhead across the animation for a quick test. I do see that the tire is not going round and round, indicating that the tire is rotating across the pavement. So I'll need to fix that. I will select the tire object that is now off to the left of the stage. Then I'll go to the Properties panel and make sure the Frame tab is selected. I'll go down to the Rotate option and select Clockwise and rotate 2 times. That means the tire will rotate 2 times in 2 seconds. I will test the animation to make sure the rotation matches the speed. Now I'd like to pretend that the tire hit a rock or something in the road, which sent it sailing into the air and came back down onto the street. I will select the tire object and then, using my selection tool, will hover over the motion tween. See how there's a curved line below my cursor? This tells me I can change the path of the motion tween to create the effect I'm looking for. I'd kind of like to see how it would look if the tire was bouncing up and down on the road. I'll place my blue playhead at the first frame. Then I'll move it to the 10th frame and add a keyframe. Animate wants me to designate how I want the tire to behave, so I will select Position and move the tire higher off of the street. Then move it back down to the street after it bounces up. I will continue this process every 10th frame and then test the animation. Depending on your animation, there are other techniques you might use, including modifying the scale, adding a motion blur, or applying easing. Think about which approach makes sense for you and your animation.